At night you were sleepless, I know it wasn't easy, and you are the reason I'm here. And no other feeling can top what you mean to me. I owe you all of my years. I love you the most. I just want you to know you gave me the love I always need. My heart will always be your home. I'll be there forever and ever, wrapped up in.
I'm here to talk about spicing up your marriage, the secret of what women want. But before I delve into that, I want to talk on expectations. Nítorí pé a lot of problems that we have today, the heartache, the hurt, the sadness, the unhappiness, it stems from expectations. Kato marry, a lot of us, we have a whole lot of high expectations. Or want something going into marriage, we think that marriage is going to be all rosy. Nobody told us. A majority of us want to leave our home. Let me go and marry. Thinking that you are going to find peace and tranquility 100% in your marriage. So all these expectations stem down to a lot of things for us. It will cause us a lot of problems, a lot of heartache. Expecting from someone that is human like you, especially us women. We expect that our husband is going to fill that void for us. We expect that our husband is going to be our everything. And the husband himself is not enough for himself, let alone he want to be enough for you. So when you expect that, you are going to expect everything from your husband or from your wife, and they don't get to meet that expectation. So like I used to say, let's dim our expectations. And our expectations are tied to our mind and our hearts. I used to use one word, and I will say it again today. Love Allah before you love your partner. You get why? That word, I use it a lot. Because there's a part of our hearts, if you don't know, that you place somebody else in that part, that it is meant for Allah, you will never be happy if you place somebody else in that space that is meant for Allah. If you carry your husband, most of the time, because we want to please him, we want to expect a lot from him, we want to do this, forgetting that Allah is the absolute. He's the one that can provide everything, the happiness, everything we ever want. Material thing. Mistake. You want, a lot of us here want money. We want to get married. And after some times, you feel like, you start blaming yourself. Because we tie our happiness and our joy and everything, we tie it onto our husband or our wives. And this is particular to women a lot. I get to hear a lot of women say that, my husband don't go buy a tó bá wá share fún wa gan nítorí pé ibi tá gbé wọn sí ó ti jìnnà jù. Ó máa wá hot wá débi pé nílé forgive wọn. Ibo ló gbọ́kọ ẹ̀ sí, ibo ló gbéyàwó ẹ̀ sí, ibo ló gbọ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ sí. It is only Allah that can help us in everything. Ọkọ mi fẹ́yàwó. Báwo la ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ọwọ́ ìyàwó wa? I was talking to somebody here. I said that polygyny has come as a blessing to this ummah. Afitaba money. Usa said something that the other time, talking about marriage and everything. You want your husband will now get married again. And my sisters were, because I deal with a lot of women. There are questions that are happening, things that are happening. Some sisters will now go and to jubole, a sister wearing the hijab, nítorí pé mo fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ mi marry kejì, nítorí pé kí ló dé. Because we feel that, no, only get happiness from any other person except my husband. I am the only wife. My husband is seated there. We have debated it a long time ago. Some people think I'm crazy. I tell you that, at the debate, I don't have a problem. Women should have shock absorber. Mi ò lè tí bá ní high blood pressure bóyá mo ronú pé mo máa wà lọ́jọ́ náà. Ọ̀rọ̀ marriage ò lè jẹ́ kí ní high blood pressure. Go and look at them at psychiatric homes. A lot of women are there. Nítorí pé ọkọ mi fẹ́ yàwó mo fẹ́ fẹ́. Ibo lè gbọ́ lọ́hùn sí. Ṣé Ọlọ́run lọ́kọ ẹ ni? Allah is there. Your husband is there. Ó níṣẹ́ tó máa ṣe. He has needs to fulfill, no problem. But where are you putting your Allah? Check yourself. There's a part of your heart that is meant only for Allah. If you place something else there, you will never find happiness. Go and try it. Nǹkan tó máa jẹ́ pé ẹlòmíì lè wò pé ọkàn ẹ̀ balẹ̀. Nǹkan tó jẹ́ kọ́kàn ẹlòmíì balẹ̀ ni pé ó gbé ìgbàgbọ́ ẹ̀ sọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Kò ní ní headache. You will not go and be checking your husband's phone and go and be looking at his clothes when he comes back. And be checking his pockets. And be checking his money. Pé ta ló transfer owó fún. Ẹjọ́ ta ló fẹ́ ní depression tó jù yẹn lọ. Or because you feel that, oh, my husband is this, my husband is this. Ẹ jẹ́ afárabalẹ̀ nítorí pé ilé ayé wa Ọlọ́run ló ń tukọ̀ ẹ̀ kò ń ṣọkọ wa. Ọlọ́run tá bá dé nígbàgbọ́ yẹn wàláhì ọkàn yẹn á balẹ̀. My husband is there. He used to ask me pé ọkàn ẹ̀ ṣe wá balẹ̀ báyìí náà. Mo ní mo gbọ́kàn lọ́lọ́run náà mi ṣe àgbọ́kàn lẹ́yìn. It's not as if I don't love him. Yes, I do. In fact, love ọkọ mi bí ṣe love her crazily. But the truth is, he used to ask me, ọkọ ẹ balẹ̀, Ọlọ́run á ṣe dáadáa. He once told me like pé ọkọ ẹ tó balẹ̀ gan pàápàá lábẹ́ ni pé nítorí ẹ̀ mo ní fẹ́ yàwó kejì mi kàn ó wọn ni. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ nítorí pé every woman should have a shock absorber. Tó bá ti dé ó ti dé. Ustaz said it and I'm going to repeat it. Oníyàwó kan kò ní fẹ́ méjì tọ́lọ́run bá kọ́. Wọ́n bá pé 200 níwájú ẹ̀ kó máa lọ kó máa bọ̀. Ibo la fi kọ̀dáàrú wá sí. Adẹ̀ ní Mùsùlùmí ni wá. Ẹ wá ní bàbá ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá rẹ̀ tó ń chẹ́nfìlẹ̀ níwájú ọkọ yín. Yes, you can make, you can talk about it. But má jẹ́ kẹ́rù báyìí tó dúró lórí kọ̀dáàrú. Ẹni tí ò dẹ̀ rò pé òun máa fẹ́. Ó lè padà fẹ́ tó bá padà fẹ́. Ẹni tó, in fact, there's a popular man nígbà yẹn bàbá àgbàlagbà kan báyìí. He was in his 70s. As at that time lówó dé fún máa yẹn. Máa yẹn ó ti tó grandpa ni now. Ó padà fẹ́yàwó kejì tó ṣàbíamọ́. At that time, would he ever believe that ta ló fẹ́ fẹ́? Ọmọ kékeré ló fẹ́ bàbá yẹn. And he was happy until he died. Nítorí pé Ọlọ́run ti kọ̀dá rẹ̀ pọ̀ máa fẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ kó ọkàn wa balẹ̀. Let's tie our hearts, our hopes, and everything, our happiness that we're expecting into Allah. Number one thing, if you want to be happy, I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. It's not easy. Some of you are saying that oh easy bẹ́ẹ̀ la ṣe sọ. Torí pé téèyàn bá fi ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ tàwa kù ṣá. Téèyàn bá fi ọkàn èèyàn síwájú Ọlọ́run kò sí is unshakable. Go and try it. Àfi tó bá ti try ẹnìkan ló kù. You will be unshakable. Ọkàn ẹ máa balẹ̀ débì kan ni. Let's go and hold on to that. Hold on to the rope of Allah and have this very strong tawakkul in everything we want to do. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. Before I now go to that next one, we are talking about, spicing up your marriage, what do women want and everything. Before I go into that exactly, there's something that will lead us to that space. Okay, say for example, we want to go cross to the other hand there. Afẹ́ wọnú ilé kan tó wà ńbẹ̀ yẹn odò dẹ̀ wà ń bí báyìí adẹ̀ wà ń bí báyìí nǹkan kan ló máa gbé wa débẹ̀ yẹn nítorí pé tá a bá wá nǹkan tó máa gbé wa débẹ̀ yẹn a lè ṣubú sínú omi. Before we get the message of spicing up your marriage right, there's something I really wish to talk about, which is resentment. And I'm happy that a lot of questions that came out from this space stem from resentment. Resentment, if you have to go about the definition, as in definition, the dictionary definition, it's an emotional response to a perceived injustice. Emotional response to a perceived injustice. That is resentment. And in a relationship, resentment arises when partners feel wronged or undervalued. Resentment la ní la ṣe máa gbọ́ lecture tán tá máa wá délé la máa ṣe lẹ́ẹ̀mejì gbogbo nǹkan tó ń start sọ yìí báyìí nísìn ó kàn máa dá sí gbọ̀n kí wọ́n mi ò lè wá para mi. Resentment ló fà. If you don't manage the resentment yóò yàtọ̀ sí anger o. Ipe wa kàn máa wọ ẹni báyìí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé wo God, tí o bá ń ṣe pé ń bímọ ni. Resentment is bigger. Go and check yourself. At any resentment yẹn ti level kan máa wà tó jẹ́ pé as a person, as a woman or as a husband, wá wò pé nǹkan tó bá wọn ẹni kò ṣe resentment nìyẹn o. Kò ṣe pé mo ti gba kámú. Àwọn ìyá wa kan gba kámú lóòótọ́ bọ̀ wọ́n ní resentment. Náà ṣe máa dúró de bàbá tó bá ti darúgbó wá wò pé màá ṣó ẹ̀. Resentment ni. Wait, let's go and look about, because we feel wronged. We feel undervalued. And we feel like we are not enough. Go and check yourself. And I'm going to list off some things that's a sign of resentment in case you don't know. Because resentment marriage meaning. If you have some of these signs, I'm going to mention them briefly. If you have them in your marriage, please, you have to work on it before anything. Nítorí pé kò sí ọkọ àbíyàwó bá sogún dọ́gbọ̀n fún ẹ. Tí resentment yẹn bá wà, wá wò pé kí ló ṣe náà. Lóòótọ́, your partner will be making efforts, but you will not see it because you are resentful towards your partner. Number one is, sometimes, the first one is you detach yourself emotionally from your partner. Emotionally, you are not there. Before, if he's coughing, you come and go and say, and or think about when you're always there. When you are detached emotionally from your partner, check yourself. You are resentful towards your partner. Another one is you argue on everything. Every little thing like this. Because in your mind, if your partner, if you fight on everything, agree on, you are resentful because resolve. That's why I don't encourage that you sweep issues under the carpet. Your wife wants to talk to you. Don't say that resentment. So you keep arguing because mistake ni. Correct. That's why because if your partner keep telling you about something, you have not changed that thing, or you have not made effort to move that away from that pain. So that thing will make you fight all the time. If you keep fighting all the time, then you are resentful towards your partner. You need to watch it. Another thing is that you always find faults in each other. Nothing is right. Sorry. Àwọn nǹkan tó bá sọ idea tó bá ti mú wá tẹ́lẹ̀ ó máa make sense, but all of a sudden kò make sense rí. You always find fault in them. Ẹ̀rí bó ṣe rí, ẹ̀rí bó ṣe wọṣọ, ẹ̀rí bó ẹsẹ̀ ṣe rí, ẹ̀rí bó ṣe dáná, ẹ̀rí bí ilé ṣe rí, ẹ̀rí bá àwọn ọmọ ṣe rí, ẹ̀ṣọ́ wà ní látara. Always looking for faults. If you keep looking for faults in your partner, there is resentment. Nǹkan kan wà nù ẹ̀ tí ìyànjú. That is it. Another thing is like you feel like giving up on your relationship. And I'm sure that if I ask like 50% of this hall, some women at some point in their life has felt that I want to walk away out of my life, out of my marriage. A lot of them. And I tell you, there was one time we had, we trained people for counseling in my consults. And there was a woman that is about 40 years in her marriage, and we trained her. And after the training, she come, Ogami, like there's something so different about you. And in my conversation with her, I realized, she told me that at some point in her life, I want to walk me by. And I've interviewed a lot of people, and at some point they will say that it happens. At that time, you are feeling resentful. You need help. And mistake that people make at that time is they want to walk away out of their marriage. And that's not the solution. At every point in your marriage, this feeling, you will have had it at some point. I had my own fair share of it. Because sometimes our values were not aligning. And maybe because maybe because probably we have counselors counseling, and we have a lot of, or by Allah, we're able to, get it right. So at some point, you have some value. So the moment that you're feeling like, whoa, mi ò tiẹ̀ ṣe mọ́, ọdún nǹkan tún sọ pé kò má ṣe, nǹkan ní kò má ṣe, that moment you are feeling resentful because there is something that is making you feel leaving that marriage. And you need to talk about it. That's another one. Another one is you're always looking for opportunity to put your partner down, especially in front of tabati na àwọn ọmọ lọ́wọ́ tó ti dàgbà. Always looking for ẹ máa wojú rere àwọn ọmọ yín, ẹ má dá bàbá yín lóhùn, ìyá yín náà ẹ má dá ìyá yín lóhùn, ẹ gbọ́ta lẹ support nínú ìyá àti bàbá, ẹ máa forí àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ máa gbára. At that time, there is resentment that you need to work on. And unnecessary competition and so many like that. So you have to ask yourself, like, all of these things and more, if it is happening in your marriage, kò wá sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe. As she must expectation our obìnrin from our husbands. Kò wá sí nǹkan tó kọ yẹn ṣe, ìbá àfisogún dọ́gbọ̀n, kó fẹ́ parẹ́ báyìí, tó mi ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ kó yọ sílẹ̀ fún ẹ báyìí. If that resentment is there, you will never see anything good from your partner. You will never be happy. The expectation that they will fulfill all your expectation, no, but you not see it. So let's work on that. And how? Now, I will always look for a solution. How can we help and get ourselves out of resentment? Number one is acknowledge what you are feeling. Nígbà mi, all of these things are not resentment. It could be anger. It could be anything. Just acknowledge it and don't run away from it. If you are feeling bad about it, just know it. Acknowledge what you are feeling. Hold on to it. The mistake is sometimes you don't know what is wrong with us. Just check yourself and know. Share resentment. Hold on to it. That's number one way to get out of these resentments. Because resentment don't share. That's number one. Number two is once you acknowledge what is wrong with you, talk to your partner about it. Emma Loma, see, if you have any issue, your husband, your wife, and if this is your marriage, you have to make it work. It is 50% to Jannah. And you have to give it everything. Talk to your partner. No. There are manners to ways we can communicate effectively to our partners. I once heard a husband that said that, that's just to marry me 10 years over. The only time to sort to make sense was in that Toshiba. Yahude mama so mama sorrow fun won ni gboro. Igba mi mama gboro, o mama wole by mama jade because we are not communicating rightly. E mama sọ̀rọ̀ tí ó yẹ ká sọ. Ìgbà tó yẹ ká sọ̀rọ̀ alufansha mama a fẹ́ complain ni o, atu mama bú wọn, a mama rán wọn sílé ẹjọ́. Ṣé kíni yẹn máa wọlé? Kò ní wọlé. Communicate to your partner. Tell your partner I'm feeling resentful towards you. But not that no. When you come, yes, there are some sisters that are so annoyed to that level that they want to do that because they can't control their emotions. But when it's towards sit your husband and your move buying sorrow. When you communicate well, communicate rightly. Know the right time to talk to your partner. Know the right time. It is because you've not known the mumu body of your partner. That's why you are thinking that it's not going to work. Do not think it will not work. Go and know the mumu button of your partner. There are times that you will talk. To them are wole. There are times that you will talk that you only wole. Go and learn. So that you communicate your resentment towards your partner. And tell him what you feel. Once you tell him what you feel, make a list of your needs. Resentment nearby. Because what you want from your partner, our needs should be communicated rightly. If you want him to always take care of you, talk about it. If it is financial problems, talk about it. If it is that you want him to be hugging you every night, talk about it. If you want him to kiss you all the time, talk about it. Anything that you want, put them down. But on another thing is, make your needs realizable, realisticable. Kò ṣe pé wọ́n ní pé ká lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ need one thing, ẹ mọ̀ pé teacher lọ kọ́ yín. Ẹ wá sọ pé kán ra Lamborghini fún yín. Ṣé rí pé need we cannot meet it. Be realistic with your needs. But don't stop communicating with your partner. Yes, you can tell your partner what you want. Kewa fasiko si. Mo nkan t'Ọlọ́run lè ṣe lọ́la. But communicate your needs to your partner. So ẹ̀dùn ọkàn yín fún partner yín. Don't hold on to it. They are not arínúròlé òrùmọ̀ràn kan o. Wọ́n lè mọ nǹkan tó máa ṣe. Wọ́n á dúró báyìí. Wọ́n á máa lejú. Àbú ń lọ ń bọ̀. Ẹni ẹlẹ́ni gbogbo nǹkan tó máa bọ̀ yẹn máa sanwó ilé ló ń wá. In your mind, ṣé kò mọ̀ pé inú bí mi lọ́wọ́ ni ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé àwọn jẹ́ angel ní àbọ̀ lọ́hùn. Angel ogun lè mọ̀ nǹkan tó wà nù ẹ̀. Communicate what is on your mind to your partner and do it the right way. If you do it the right way, I feel that, yes, from my experience, I feel that, yes, oh my waiting one. Then when you communicate what your needs to your partner, avoid talking to people too much about your problems in your marriage. You have 250 people in a group. You now drop it there. My husband has started doing this, blah, 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 blah. Or act as anonymous. That one yet act as anonymous. My husband is doing this. I'm checking kiniko. Need 200 people. I want to be 150. My friend advice. Share it confusion day. You'll be more confused. I don't mean you can't talk to people. Choose people you listen to. Choose people you seek advice from. Kò ṣe pé bí 2 million people lè máa wá pè sórí Facebook wọ́n á máa fún ẹ lóríṣiríṣi wọ́n máa wá confused. The one that in fact your own problem might be just minute. Níwájú ẹni tó ṣe ọkọ mi bó ṣe ń ṣe nìyẹn ìgbà tó bèrè kó máa mú second wife nìyẹn o ti wá gbé yẹn sórí whereas that's not your own problem. Àti wọ́n á kún mọ́ problem fún problem wa. Whatever you are feeling, you can talk to people but not just discuss it with just random person. Torí pé ẹnìkan náà wọ́n kàn sọ̀rọ̀ lórí Facebook or social media. They now say that tọkùnrin bá ti ń pẹ́ wọlé báyìí wọ́n ti ń ṣe ṣìnà ní àti wá mú dání. Ìkòròdú dẹ̀ la wà yìí ọkọ yín wà Lagos Island náà ti ń ṣiṣẹ́. Wọ́n máa kúrò lé 4 o'clock. Wọ́n máa see traffic. In fact, they will have to leave the 4 o'clock to get to work before Subui. So that wọ́n lè kí Subui long because tó bá lọ bí 5 yẹn wọ́n máa há sí hold up. Wọ́n máa kúrò 4:30. Tó bá wà lọ́fíìsì tó bá náà wọ́n bá kúrò 5:30 hold up normal wà títí 11 o'clock. Wọ́n wá dúró láti wait kan kí ìṣá ìtàn kára wọn balẹ̀. Wọ́n wá ń bọ̀ wọ́n wá délé ní 11:30. Ẹ̀yin dẹ̀ ti lọ lo group ẹ ti lọ bèrè inú group pé my husband comes in late. Somebody now say bọ́kọ mi ṣe bèrè rubbish ẹ nìyẹn ó ti di wàhálà. Ṣé rí pé a máa ṣe police àti ẹ̀gbàwé ẹ̀ fún nísìnyí. A máa check phone. A máa ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tí ó yẹ ká ṣe. Know the nature of your husband. Understand your family structure before you can keep putting things on the air or asking people for questioning. So my point here is that don't talk about this to everybody. You pick somebody that you know that mentally can guide you when it comes to this thing. It comes to marriage. Kò ṣe tó yẹ pé ó ti wà lé ó ti kúrò lé ọkọ ó ti wà divorced already. Ó wá ń wẹ́ ni kúnra because àmẹ́ tó fẹ́ rẹ́ ni kúnra àtẹ́ni tí ò wẹ́ ni kúnra báyìí. Wọ́n ní kí ni marriage kò ń ṣe ẹ̀yin lè ṣì jókòó sí díẹ̀. And that's the truth. When the Musa was saying that àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ marry mọ́, we do premarital counseling. Come and see the questions that people used to ask us. You'll be like, àṣìlẹ̀ ayé yìí la ṣì wà báyìí. Nobody wants to get married again because gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń fetí gbọ́, gbogbo nǹkan tá à lọ ń gbọ́, we listen. So choose who you want to listen to. It is very important. Now, when you do that, remember that they are human. Even if you marry Afa or Ustaz, èèyàn ni wọ́n náà, wọ́n ń ṣe Ọlọ́run. They make mistakes. Be empathetic towards them. Wọ́n máa ń ṣe mistake o. The fact that they are human beings doesn't mean that they don't make mistakes. The fact that they are Ustaz doesn't mean that vein. They don't have vein and there's no blood in them. And as women too, women are emotionally wired. Men should please understand that fact. Ó fẹ́ fẹ́ ìyàwó kejì lóòótọ́. Ó wá expect pé bí ṣe sọ fún nísìn ó dẹ̀ kó gbà nísinsìn. Tí ìyàwó yẹn bá wá ń grumble, ẹ wá níbo ló fi gbàgbọ́ ẹ̀ sí. Ẹ ti gbà pé emotion ni ẹ máa run. Ẹ máa pe Ustaz lórí àtàwọn àfáwọn máa sọ pé òun náà máa lóun ti gbà. A wá tutọ́ sínú, a máa wò é pé wo máa show ẹ. Allow her. She's going to rant, she's going to fight, she's going to make noise. Allow her. She's human too. Our partners are human beings. They are not angels. So try as much as possible be empathetic towards them. And the last one before I go to the topic of the day is forgive, forgive, and forgive. We all want Allah to forgive us. We have done a lot of mistakes here. We have done a lot of, we've done a lot to seek Allah's, forgiveness. Àwa máa di oró sínú, ade máa kírun. Ade jọ máa jẹ́ ustaz ọkọ wa iná de ló máa lead wa. Ade ṣì máa we will not forgive. Learn to forgive. Even in a lot of people have make more mistake and grievous mistakes in the past. And they learn to forgive. And this is the beauty thing about forgiveness. Forgiveness is like you are leaving the prison. Tell you about forgiving you. Oh, wà nù prison ni. Tó bá rẹ ni ẹnu ẹ máa bí ẹni. Ẹni yẹ kẹ̀kẹ́ ó ti lọ jẹun ti ṣeré lọ ti parí ẹnu ẹ ti ẹ̀ ń dùn kiri. Inú wọ ni ò ní dùn. Learn to forgive. It will let go your mind and your stress. Go and look at people that used to be so ugly and astaghfirullah. They're the one that happens a lot. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Kí ni wọ jẹ́ níwájú Ọlọ́run tó rò bó ní forgive ẹ̀dá èèyàn ara ẹ̀? Who are you before Allah? If Allah can forgive us and grant us more rahmah and blessing after we have hurt and done so, we have heard and seen. Who are you? Ìwọ gan fúnra ẹ fẹ́ máa sọ pé èmi báyìí, ìwọ báwo? Forgive. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us to forgive. It's important. When you forgive, you let loose of your stress, you let loose of your problems. In fact, you'll be a happier person. Ẹni tó bá rí tó bá forgive ẹni yẹn, ó máa ṣe bí ẹni pé imagine pé you didn't forgive your partner and they are making effort truly. You will not see it. Inú kan máa ṣe máa bí ẹni. Try to forgive the person. Yes, you might take a while to forgive the person, but make sure that ẹ máa bẹ Ọlọ́run gan kọ́ lóun ṣe ń rọrùn fún yín láti forgive tó bá hard. Because people will say that ó ti hard fún mi tẹ́lẹ̀ forgive wọn ni. Kí ló ń ro ó ti rò pé ìwọ ìtàn èmi gangan èmi báyìí báwo lọ èmi lọ́kọ mi ṣe báyìí fún ká ni wọ́. Èmi níyàwó mi ṣe báyìí mo ní forgive ẹ̀. Go and forgive and be light-hearted. May Allah make it easy for us and forgive us our mistakes too. Now let's go to the proper lecture properly. They said, what do we want? What do we want as women? I'm representing women very well today, inshallah. But I'm a jadie. Expectations. Remember that we spoke about expectation. Lower your expectations. Sometimes what you order versus what you got new. And when you order something and you don't get the things, order any Jumia. She am a loss office, so I'm a binulo. Most of the time, I'm a rant, I'm a shebugbe, I'm a padak banoni. Emma dakpada. Ele wan she koteli dakpada. Tí o bá ti ń ṣe non-negotiables, Ustaz has said a whole lot of things. Ta ni o wá rí nínú marriage tó wọlé báyìí tó expect nǹkankan tí o get ẹ. A lot of us are like that. Ẹlòmíì máa fẹ́ Ustaz á pé mashallah brother yìí máa lọ kéwòn ní tí bá ti lè marry ẹ báyìí. Ìwọ ló máa jí Ustaz fún Tajud. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé kò ń ṣe yàn ni. You get my point? Lower your expectations. And when you lower your expectation, no matter how much, the effort, you'll be able to see the effort your partner is making. Wallahi. Now, let's go to what women want. Number one thing. I want men. I'm so glad that we have plenty men in this gathering because we hardly have them all. When we hold programs like this, women will be 90%. We now see 1, 2, 3, 4. Abu you're going to Mama Lejun Bitojo Kosi. Tori one force one. But alhamdulillah, I'm so happy that we have men. May Allah bless you. May Allah bless you. And I'm saying it, may Allah bless you men that you are here. And the ones that want to come here or that did not come because of one thing or the other. Say I love you to your partner. Say it. Ema je osu yin elomi no ma so. Ma je osu e. Nǹkan tó sọ pé akini ìjánà ni o ma mú wa lọ ẹjọ́. A máa ṣe mú ṣe bí 500 unit cost ni a gbọ́dọ̀ pass here. Show affection. That is what women want. Another thing that women want is that we want to quality time. Some of us, yes, we know you are busy. àwa náà máa ń busy náà, àwa náà tọ́jú ilé àtọ́jú ọmọ. Ìyàwó mi, you just complaining that my partner doesn't give me enough time. Or wọ́n ní anytime ẹ máa wà nílé látàárọ̀ dalẹ́, ẹ jọ máa jẹ tẹ fóònù lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀. Ẹ wá ní ṣe wọ́n sí ní àjókòó sílé. Ẹ dẹ̀ wà nílé ọ̀hún náà, you are not present. Make out for quality time for your partner. Ẹ jọ ṣeré. We claim that we are Muslims and we are following the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ẹ jọ ibola ti rí example tiwa. Quality time, make it quality. Not that you be here and you be looking at yourself on any time. Any sorrow, any day work, any shame kokon. Create that time. Women want it. Oh man, lower blood pressure obìnrin. Inú wọn dẹ̀ máa ń dùn. Kódà nǹkan tẹ́ bá ní kó ṣe yẹn máa ṣe times 2. Create good time for them. And don't say kí la fẹ́ máa ṣe, kí la fẹ́ máa ṣe. A lot of things that you can do as a couple. Ó wà dáadáa. You can play games. You can run around in your home. You can go out together, sightseeing, so many things. And we ráyè gbogbo yẹn. Oh, ráyè gbogbo yẹn ilé ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń jóná. Quality time, we want it under affection. Then we want security and be safe and be vulnerable. I won't say this. I will say it again and again. Being vulnerable is important with our husbands. Wọ́n kọ́ wa nǹkankan. Àwa lè wà vulnerable pẹ̀lú because a bá sọ àmọ́ ọkọ wa máa wò pé kí ló tún sọ gan pàápàá. Ọkọ wa ní pé kí ni gbolo ti lọ gbélé ìwálé. We cannot joke with you. We cannot play with you. We cannot be vulnerable because you are going to judge us. A woman that wants to look good for you in front of you, you start judging her pé ẹ̀rí bó ṣe rí ẹ̀rí bí kun ẹ̀ ṣe rí ẹjọ́ ikùn yẹn ìgbà tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣé kò flat. Ọmọ tán wá bí surname ta ló ń jẹ́ ṣé surname yín kọ́ ni. You now reshape that woman. She made a lot of sacrifices and she cannot be vulnerable before you. That is not good. We want to play around. Ẹlòmíì ó máa ẹ̀rù máa bà láti ṣeré. Ẹ̀rù máa bàbá láti ṣíralẹ̀ nítorí pé ọkọ ẹ̀ máa bú pé wo kí ló gbé síwájú mi, come on, get out. We want to be vulnerable. Women want to be vulnerable. Please allow us to be vulnerable. Then we want you to understand us. Don't think that wọ́n ti sọ fún wa tẹ́lẹ̀ pé àwọn ribs àwọn obìnrin tá bá bend àti mọ̀ yín. Your wife. There's a thing about your wife that you need to understand. There are times that your wife will not act the same way. If you come to meet me and tell me that ìyàwó mi ti change, tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ọmọ dáadáa ni kò tiẹ̀ ń bínú, ó wá ti di jogbo bí orò nísìn. The first question is, you had the suspect, kí ló ṣe fún ìyàwó ẹ̀? Because nǹkan tẹ́ bá ń ṣe, situation change people. You as a husband, you have changed your wife. Ẹni tó gentle sí ẹ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ ń kanra mọ́, ó appreciate ẹ. Òun náà máa change. Especially tó bá jẹ́ wípé àwa expect pé kọ́kọ́ wá rí wa tán, wàhálà tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀, àwa náà máa di nǹkan míì síwájú ọkọ wa ni. Women want to be understood. Go and ask. These are things that are peculiar to you in your marriage because your marriage is different from my marriage and different from different marriages. You are going to go home and ask your partner, what do they really want? But generally, we want affection. Àdámọ̀ obìnrin ni wá, láfẹ́, bó ṣe dá wa nìyẹn. Then we want to, sometimes we need a shoulder to cry on. It's not about owó nìkan ló fẹ́. Sometimes ask your wife, báwo ni business ẹ ṣe ń ṣe? Sometimes nǹkan tó máa ń gbé ẹlòmíì lọ bá ọkùnrin míì ni pé torí ó máa ń béèrè pé assalamu alaikum mi ò rí ṣí ṣọ́ọ̀bù látijọ́ ìjọ kí ló ṣe business yín ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ wá ń lé ẹ̀dẹ̀ wá béèrè kò sí ètò kan yìí torí pé ti mówó sílẹ̀ kó máa dáná lé. Sometimes ìyàwó yìí máa kẹ́ gbogbo ranù èso tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kéwò omi ló pọ̀ lójú ẹ̀ o. Nǹkan tó lè mú obìnrin máa ké ẹ gbàgbé pé yes a ní emotion wa, you put it on your head. Àwa kẹ́ ẹ máa wò pé kí ni gbogbo ra pátápátá yìí. Understand why they are crying. Understand that they need you. They need a shoulder to cry on. If you cannot provide that shoulder, they will look for somebody else to cry on to. Lè máa ṣe rí ẹlòmíì máa pé assalamu alaikum ṣé ẹ ní male counselor ni male counselor mo fẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀. Because àdádàmọ́ obìnrin ni you will believe that ọkùnrin yẹ kó lè understand ó yẹ kẹ́yìn náà lè understand. If you cannot put a shoulder down for your partner, you cannot put a listening ear down for your partner, they are not going to be happy. There is nothing tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe tó máa dùn mọ́ wọn nú. That is affection. Another thing that you need to look on is vacation. In this part of the world, especially African, kí n tuwọ́ ọjọ́ fún vacation. Ní kẹ́ lọ sí Maldives o. Ẹjọ́ Obugudu Katuranji wà ńbẹ̀. Abẹ́òkúta wà ńbẹ̀. Ẹ lọ train trip lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Kò ná wa lówó 3,700 àbí 4,200 ní train trip. Ẹ lọ kẹ́ padà wá. Go to Ibadan on a train trip. Kẹ́ lọ Jamala kẹ́ padà wá. It is keeping memories. You don't have to have a lot of money before you can go on vacation. There are so many recreation centers that is free. Take your wife out that day. Era chicken and chips, 5,000 naira pere ni elo joko, and you get it right. And that may be the only thing that will change your marriage. Go and try it. You don't know what is wrong with your partner. Just do those things. Ó lè jẹ́ ẹnìkan ló fẹ́ inú ẹ̀ kó máa máa dùn ni. Then tẹ́ bá gbé wọn jáde wọ́n máa ro gbogbo ẹjọ́ ẹ̀ ṣe mọ̀ pé nǹkan tẹ́ ṣe fún mi báyìí ni. Without asking, wọ́n máa túra lẹ̀ fún yín. Take them out. We want to be taken out. We want to be appreciated. We don't want to be feeling like, oh, I want any problems. You come from your work, oh, ori wale ma dasi. Some of us we even ask, abu kilo share, we go film, we're not corny. And we also want to have you, value us. When Abu is talking to another woman, tala Samuel ko Rashida dale wa ni o. Abu umu yen le ma rojo fún wọn títí ó lè ma kan Abu lára wọn ní sọ̀rọ̀, but ìyàwó ẹ̀ bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ wàhálà ni. They see these things. We want to be valued. We want to be valued. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. On the affection side, ẹ jẹ́ ká mú gbọ́. Love your partner. Express yourself. You cannot say it. Write it. WhatsApp message. One be. You can drop a message and drop it for your wife in her bag. One be. To show love. Imagine ko shila ro kutukutu kon ri bag ko kon ri I love you my dear wife. Ẹni kan ma bọ́ lẹ́nu ẹ ní straight. Throughout that day inú ẹ máa dùn ni. Buy gifts for us too. We like gifts. However small it is. It's not as if we don't have this money, but these are things that women want. I hope that men can listen to us. And sometimes they say that hugs goes a long way. Kodigba to jẹ́ pé tá bá fẹ́ ṣe kíní kan lórí bed la máa hug ara wa. Ẹlòmíì, that's the only time. Tá bá ti ń bọ̀ wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé ìmọ̀ àti mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń wá tẹ́lẹ̀. Hug your partners. It goes a long way. It relieves tensions. It relieves stress. Psychologically, it has a whole lot to do with you. Hello, try. Emma hug ara yín. Women want it. Ọkàn ma balẹ̀. Because we feel safe with you. Nǹkan mi tẹ́tí ń bínú láti gbà lọ́wọ́ ìyàwó yín ló ṣàwọn kinní yìí. Ọkàn wọn kàn máa balẹ̀ ni. Kò sẹ́ni tó máa wò. In fact, another thing is we want to be appreciated. A máa ṣerun báyìí ní rí wa. Wọ́n máa lọ sọ́dọ̀ Marigold sisters àbí kí lórúkọ sister Asirot 4,000 wọ́n á ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n á clean ọ̀ra wọn obìnrin ṣe wàhálà láyé ẹ̀ appreciate wa wọ́n á ṣe irun tán ẹ̀ tẹ̀ ní rí a ti máa gbórí sẹ́lẹ̀ báyìí wá sọ pé kí ni a ti máa sọ àbú ẹ̀rí owó mi rí sí gbogbo kí ni ẹ̀wò ó máa ń ba obìnrin lọ́kàn jẹ́. We have gym o all of us are going to gym kí ló yẹ kẹrù káà ló fún gym a fẹ́ keep fit ni. Obìnrin a máa ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ wá ní rí. Please acknowledge all of these things. Sisters mi wọṣọ ó máa ti wọṣọ ẹbí ẹ̀ mẹ́fà tọkọ ẹ̀ máa ní ta ló naṣọ kò rí. Kọ́ bàbá wọn kí ni bàbá wọn kaṣà kò ń ṣe aṣọ ìyàwó mi aṣọ tó ti ń wò fọwọ́ bá wọn yẹ. Let's see ẹjẹ́ kan máa fojú balẹ̀ sí àwọn ìyàwó. All of these things ṣẹ́rí ìrọ̀rùn igi òun ni ìrọ̀rùn ẹyẹ. Obìnrin náà ò lè abalẹ̀ ni. Àlè. Just get the mumu button. You are right. You just be like àbí ṣe mo lẹ̀ àbí kí ni mo dẹ̀ lọ ṣe fún obìnrin yìí. Go and do the right thing and you get the right results. Another thing is we want to. Your financial support is key to us. I used to pray that Kolomba bless àwọn ọkùnrin wa. Obìnrin like owó. Ó lè má jẹ́ the first thing la like. It might not be the priority. But we want to look good. We want to carry good bags. We want to wà láàrin àwọn sister wa káwọn wò pé I like our husband's money. The fact that they say that your money is our money. Ó wà ńbẹ̀. So mo máa bẹ Ọlọ́run pé gbogbo àwọn ọkùnrin that want to be responsible kọ́ lóun ṣe rọrùn fún wọn. The financial support pé ìyàwó mi tiẹ̀ kàn gba 20k lọ fi ṣe weekend inú wọn máa dùn ní and ṣe mọ̀ pé sádàkọ̀ kan jù yẹn náà lọ. Ìyàwó yẹn àdúrà tẹ́ ẹ béèrè fún wa máa ṣe ajítàjú torí tí a máa Ọlọ́run bá mi bless ọkọ mi Ọlọ́run bá mi bless ọkọ mi. Àwọn àdúrà tí wọ́n sanwó fún ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ó ti sanwó ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. They want you to be financially responsible. Ẹ má jẹ́ àdáṣà 50-50. When you are giving 50-50, you are giving 50-50 of the authority. Ó ní jẹ́ nǹkan níwájú ìyàwó ẹ̀. Kò wá sóbìnrin tó wá ń ṣe tó make efforts tó ń ṣe gbogbo financial responsibility tí tọ́lọ́hun ò dàbọ̀ lọ́rùn yẹn tó wá ń ṣe líláì ẹ wá lọ wòwórú wọn Ọlọ́run máa ń bless wọn yàtọ̀ ni. Ọkùnrin yẹn ò wá nílé kò ní wá lé tó ìyàwó yẹn èmi kàn mo sọ because Ọlọ́run sọ wípé when you do sadako it's going to bless you more. When a woman is doing it, it's a form of sadako for her. Ẹ má jẹ́ àṣe 50-50 ẹ má bless àwa obìnrin náà ẹ jẹ́ kí kí ló dé nǹkan tọkọ wá bá fún ẹ jẹ́ ó tó wa. Let's appreciate them. They want to be appreciated. Ọkọ mi olówó orí mi Àkànní ó ṣe gan ni. Ṣé rí 50,000 ẹ̀fún kò máa tó mi Ọlọ́run á bá mi bless yín. Ẹ ti fàdúrà síwájú orí wọn máa wú náà nígbà gbà tán da tọwọ́ wọn lẹ̀. Bọ̀yẹ̀ wà ní èwo ní 50,000 ẹ̀fọn. Ṣé ìmọ̀ nǹkan tí nǹkan ṣe ń yànà pàjá ni àbí kí n lọ sọ́jà náà bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́ news ni. Ẹ jọ ṣọ́kùnrin yẹn máa gbọ́ you are punching his ego, he will not listen to you. So the manner at which you communicate to our partner in everything we want to get from them matters a lot. Bọ́ ọkùnrin náà ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tá a fẹ́ I like you wo ẹ tọ́jú wa ẹ jáde kẹ̀kàn ra Prado bag wá fún wa máa gbé. Buy us gifts ẹlòmíì kò need láti ra big things just small thing. Ẹ má wá jẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé once in 20 years ẹ máa ra gift fún ìyàwó yín tó ti expect. Àwa ṣe pé àdúpẹ́ o. Wọ́n jẹ́ àjàjà fún wa ní nǹkan lẹ́nu. Ẹ̀yin obìnrin náà ẹ má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ wá appreciative. Another thing that women want is family commitment. A woman like it that you are involved in the family. Obìnrin nìkan ló máa rí wọn dé school. Kódà ní hospital mo ti réyàn kan rí wọ́n béèrè pé age ọmọ ẹ̀. Wá sáyé let me call my wife kò mọ age ọmọ yẹn. Mo ò fi ṣeré this is something I saw. Taba máa lọ school obìnrin nìkan ló mọ máa sáré. Let the men to be involved in this family thing. Obìnrin ló máa ronú pé ọmọ mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe báyìí. Obìnrin kò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe báyìí. Whereas àwọn ọkùnrin gangan lóhùn la kíní yẹn bọ̀ lọ́rùn. Nítorí pé bó ṣe bá ṣe ilé Ọlọ́run máa bí ẹ o. Bó ṣe máa tukọ̀ ilé Ọlọ́run máa bí ẹ. Be involved. Jẹ́ the one be the forefront in the school. Kọ́mọ̀ pé wọn kì í rí umu àbúná máa ń rí. Kò ṣe pé o jẹ́ fọ ọmú ẹ là ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ yìí. Be involved. Don't let umu alone be the one that thinking that ọmọ àṣegbà fún ìyàwó ọmọ àṣegbà. When you involve inú ìyàwó ẹ̀ máa dùn you are relieving her of stress. Obìnrin nìkan ló máa pariwo lọ́mọ pé wọ́n ẹ̀ kàkàkàbù náà bá sọ pé listen to your mommy àbó ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ ọmọbìnrin yẹn nìkan ló máa fẹ́ fún. Inú á máa bí pé ẹ rí lọ́kàn ọ̀sàlẹ̀ ó ti jọba bẹ́ẹ̀ kò ní lè sọ síta. We want you to be involved in your family, in the family commitments. Then another one is be honest with us. There is nothing that can help you in your marriage if you are not honest. Ká mọ̀ pé ọkùnrin kó dúró ṣàn. I don't want to do this, I don't want to do it. But ẹ má purọ́ fún wa. Don't put your wife in a situation to feel. Sometimes we are the one that put our women in a situation to distrust us by not being honest with us. Some women láti gbà tó ti mọ̀ don't check your phone, they will not check. But assalamu alaikum amóríyàwó mo rọ́kọ yín ní Kòròdú ń sin ọkọ mi láíláí ìyànà pàjá ló lóhùn lọ. Ẹ̀tún wá dé ẹ̀tún mẹ́nu bọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀sán kankan. Another time èèyàn tún pé mo rí àbú kíní kan. Keep on doing like that. Some women will be forced to check pé kí ni gbogbo ìtàn ṣe but ẹ lè face ọkọ wọn. You now put us ẹ máa di police ọ̀sán gan. Be honest with us. Let us know that ọkọ mi lágídí nǹkan tó máa ṣe ló máa ṣe ṣùgbọ́n kò ní purọ́. It is good like that. Ṣùgbọ́n ọkọ mi ò ní ṣàbòsí. Ó nágídí o. But kò ní dí issue of pé mo distrust ọkọ mi. Tẹ́ pé we will now be working on eggshell. Ẹlòmíì ò ní sùn. Tọkọ ẹ bá fi lè sùn pẹ́rẹ́ báyìí fóònù yá ni. Some women has even cloned their husband's WhatsApp. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ń sọ, wọ́n á máa sọ fún ìyá ọkọ ẹ̀. Ọkọ ẹ̀ náà máa gbé àbọ̀mọ̀ yìí ti má jẹ ni. Kò náà jẹ́ o, gbogbo technology yẹn wà lórí obìnrin yẹn lómi. Because you are put her in that situation. The last one is allow her to be in other relationships. Before you get married to this woman, she's a friend. She's a sister. She's a daughter. She's a mentor. She's a mentee. Don't strip off her of all this relationship because she's married to you. Ọmọ ìyàwó mi ò lè lọ lé màmá àti bàbá ẹ̀ mọ́. Ìyàwó mi kò lè tọ́jú àwọn òbí ẹ̀ mọ́ because ọkọ ẹ̀ ní pé kò gbọ́dọ̀ lọ ọbẹ̀. Allow them to be in other relationships. Allow them. And obìnrin náà, ọkọ mi ò ní jẹ́ lọ pikan, ọkọ mi ò ní jẹ́. Have a good circle of people that can help you. You need the social support. You need that social support. Men should allow them, and women should allow themselves too. Now, on the last note, all of these things will not make a lot of sense if women want all of this from their husbands and do not give them what they want to. One of the greatest things a man wants is respect. Ask your partner or your husband how to be respected. Kò ṣe pé káàárọ̀ sà ní respect ńgbà mí o. Nǹkan tọ́kọ yín fẹ́ to feel respected. Go and ask them. I'm not going to be a general. Some people ó ń pe ọkọ ẹ̀ lórúkọ ṣùgbọ́n ó respect ọkọ ẹ̀. Ọkọ ẹ̀ doesn't feel disrespected. Ẹlòmíì kẹ́ àbọ̀ ẹ̀ káàbọ̀ ẹ̀ rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí ó ti da ọ̀rọ̀ sílẹ̀. The man will feel disrespected. So go and check. If you're able to give respect to your partner, I think all of these things will come in with his. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us, grant us ease in our homes, and grant us Jannah through our marriages. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
At night you were sleepless, I know we weren't easy, and you are the reason I'm here. And no other feeling can top what you mean to me. I owe you all of my years. I love you the most. I just want you to know you gave me the love I always need. My heart will always be your home. I'll be there forever.